Here is John 15 verses 1 to 6 NIV. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me, as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself, it must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire and burned. Expounding on John 15 verses 1 to 6. In John 15 verses 1 to 6, Jesus uses the metaphor of a vine and branches to explain the relationship between himself and his followers. He is the true vine, indicating the genuine source of life and spiritual nourishment, while his followers are the branches, connected to him and dependent on him for sustenance and growth. The true vine and the gardener. Jesus identifies himself as the true vine, establishing that all life and fruitfulness emanate from him. The Father as the gardener signifies God's role in caring for, nurturing, and pruning the vine to ensure it is healthy and productive. Pruning process. God prunes or cleanses the believers' branches to make them more fruitful. This pruning refers to the process of sanctification, where God refines and purifies believers by removing sins and imperfections to enhance spiritual growth and fruitfulness. The word cleanses. The word of Jesus has a cleansing effect. It convicts, corrects, and nurtures the believer, leading them towards righteousness. Abiding in Christ. Believers are called to remain or abide in Christ. This denotes a continuous, intimate relationship with Jesus, marked by dependence, trust, and obedience. A branch cannot bear fruit if separated from the vine. Similarly, believers can only be fruitful when connected to Christ. Fruitfulness. Fruit-bearing is a metaphor for the evidence of a transformed life, which includes aspects like character development, Galatians 5 verses 22 to 23, good works, and witnessing to others. It is a natural outcome of abiding in Christ. The consequence of not abiding. Those who do not abide in Christ become unproductive, likened to branches that wither. They are separated from the source of life and, ultimately, face judgment. This serves as a stern warning about the vital importance of remaining in Christ. In essence, this passage underscores the integral connection between Christ and believers. Our spiritual vitality, moral strength, and effectiveness in God's kingdom are intrinsically tied to our relationship with Jesus. Abiding in Him is not optional but essential for a life of spiritual fruitfulness and eternal significance.